Alright, back again, Luke here. And today we've got out the old Sony PlayStation, and I figured we could put in this game here. Kaitei Daisensou, or In the Hunt. So, let's pop this in and play some of that. Now this has always been one of my favorites, ever since I found out that the designers, or the artists for Metal Slug, were involved in creating this one, as far as the artwork goes. It's a beautiful game, just looks absolutely amazing. And it's one that's getting more and more expensive nowadays to find. But a very challenging one here. We'll let the intro roll through. This is basically arcade perfect, so it will give you a limit as to...
Play all the way, Xing.
Made by IREM. You'll see that there's a limit to the amount of continues you can have and the amount of characters or lives, but... Alright, so there's our intro. We'll press the start button. We're going to go down here to the options because we want to change the amount of lives. The maximum is 6, I believe, or 5? Maybe 5. 5 is the maximum that you can have. And you're going to need every last one of them. Also, you're going to want to use all of the continues that you have very sparingly, as when you run out of continues, there's no way to continue playing. It'll automatically just force you to exit out of the game by letting the timer run down. So we'll go ahead and start it up here. We'll give it a go. Now, this one is just beautiful, but extremely challenging. So, basic buttons, you only have 2 of them here. The first one is your X button, which is your shot in front. The other one is your circle button, which is the shot above. And in general, you'll probably find yourself pressing both of them at the same time here, just so that you get good protection around you. The enemies that they toss at you are just constantly trying to take you out. And it does get to a point where, just like Metal Slug, you start to feel like, okay, there is no way to get out of this. This is pretty much a lost cause, and you'll find yourself dying quite a bit. But the game is absolutely beautiful, looks just amazing. Gameplay is very smooth, although you will find it really challenging in a very short amount of time. Basic concept for the game here is that you will get power-ups, so the problem is that you'll probably not live long enough to see those power-ups for too long. Now the game does have rapid fire on here, so just by pressing down the 2 buttons you can go through rapid and have your rapid fire. Sometimes there just gets to a point where there's so much stuff on screen, you find it hard to realize, like, if that's part of you, the explosion, or if that's a bomb coming down on your head. But once again, this is one of those games that, if you do find it, it's an awesome addition to any collection here. It was released on the PS1 as well as the Sega Saturn. Had an arcade, you know, obviously the arcades. But if you're a big fan of Metal Slug, and by some slim chance here this has slipped by you, this is one to definitely get. And as I had mentioned before, it's one that's becoming more and more expensive here. I think on average it'll run about maybe $30, I think. Probably for a PlayStation 1 copy. Could cost cost even more depending on where you get it. But yeah, just intense gameplay throughout here. I'm not really getting the best power-ups at all. Kind of doing this a bit sloppy here, but playing this one and talking at the same time will destroy you. You'll notice too here these beams. These beams are basically they'll freeze you in place. They won't kill you, but they will freeze you. And the problem with that is that once you're frozen, you can't move. You're just basically a standing target. A lot of reverberation here coming off of the speakers as the shots here really do make the speakers vibrate. As you can see there, got a bit frozen. But not sure if I mentioned this or not. One hit kills, so if you do get hit once, you're out of luck. And you can see the amount of lives and the amount of continues down at the bottom there. But the problem is just trying to get as many things as you can here without getting smoked. Getting a few upgrades here. And we're coming up on our first boss, which is quite awesome looking. But then again, like all the bosses in this game do look really good. Couldn't move fast enough. But just trying to keep your eyes on the screen, in front and all around you. I got hit by a rock there. Normally, if you play this game quite right, you'll be all set. You won't have to worry about dying here, especially at the beginning. Obviously, I'm playing this really sloppy, and this boss should be dead here quite soon. I'm hoping. Or else I'm going to be dead here quite soon. It's really rough. Normally, with the power-ups, this guy will be gone in a really short period of time. Obviously, he is not going down very quickly at all, but I am. I think I'm almost up for my continue here. But he should be dying here quite soon. There he goes. But like I mentioned before, you know, just like Metal Slug in some aspects, you just find yourself going like, wow, you know, you're dying a lot. But there's the first stage. What's nice about it is each stage kind of has this little intro to it, tells you what the weather's like, what the date is, and kind of quirky stuff. And nonetheless here, just want to share with you guys a bit of a look at Kaitei Daisensou for the Sony PlayStation. Terrific game, but just beyond brutal here. And it's one of those games where you'll find yourself constantly cursing as you play it. You will get better. guess that's about all for me for right now. Like always, I'll put up another video here soon, so thanks for watching. Rush. See how far we can get here. Probably not that far. Just for demonstration purposes, this can be played much better. We're coming up on our second boss here. This is where it just gets beyond cheap. Trying to go under, you can see that there's a drill that will just annihilate you if you try and go under. So it's not only a matter of timing, but it's a matter of luck as well. There we go. So maybe we'll take a look at a little bit of stage 3. Definitely one of those games where if you can find it, it's worth picking up. But thanks again for watching. We'll catch you next time. Woohoo. This one is quite hard here. But actually this one's quite cool, so maybe we'll just play this one. Hard part is just not knowing what you get hit by here. Right there, just cannot tell. So many explosions going on the screen. Come on. This is where it's going to get a bit challenging. Got to kind of drill your way through the top here. these blocks here fall down on his head. And try not to get crushed in between. And you gotta watch which ones you hit too, as you just don't want to get crushed yourself here. You can control which ones drop and at what times they drop, so he's upset. I think that might be the end. Oh, I still got a couple more here. A couple more continues. He should be almost dead here. There he goes. Once again, really sloppy here, but just to let you guys take a look and see what the game looks like, and we'll end it there. So, thanks again. boss battle. Good fun.